Hello, I'm Jomika, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program. This is episode 7. We're going to check out mission control because we could use a little bit more money. And let's see if there's anything we can do here pretty easily. Survey of Duna. We're not there yet. Rescue well from orbit of moon. Rescue from the moon. Ferry explore the moon. Rendezvous to vessels. Orbital spacewalk. Could do that one. We could do that one, but I don't like doing rendezvous. Those are tough. Science data from the surface of the moon. Transmit or recover science. So we can do that because we have a man on the moon already. Science data from space around the moon. I don't think we have a satellite, but if we do, we can also do this one. So let's take a look and see. We do have this guy. Let's see what kind of science you have on it, if you can do experiments. You should be able to. I think I would have added one on here. You have that and that. So we can go back to the Space Center, and we'll pick up this mission as well. I hope it's from around the moon. Just, I guess, anywhere. So that should be good. We can go and do that one first. You do have a direct connection to Kerbal. So we will log that and send it. So you're okay. And we did get that contract complete. So let's go back to the Space Center. And we'll go to the tracking station and visit our man on the moon. And with you, we can probably just do a crew report. Crew report, and we'll go ahead and transmit that. That's done, and we contract complete. So cool. We got 2 contracts to start. We're up to 450,000. We're so close to being able to upgrade that. We don't want to do it that close to, so we have like $0, because that would be pretty bad. Position a satellite in a polar orbit of Minmus. We do want to do that. But we also, let's see, what does this orbit look like? I know it's polar, but you're going to want us to go in a certain direction. Here's Minmus here. And yeah, you want to be going in this direction. Which, I mean, I guess we can do. But I also want the upgraded things. And by things, I mean, where are they? This. So we can get, is it, where is the antenna rating? So 2Gs. We want a little bit better than what we have now, which is down here somewhere. Yeah. It's 5 megs, which doesn't seem to really do any kind of like bouncing things or relaying of information. It just seems to be very poor reception. Oh yeah, we also have 670 bits of science we can spend. We could maybe do the Poodle, which has pretty good engine ISP and space, which is 350. The Skipper is a very large engine. What do we want from here? Just jets. We could do MechJeb 2. Why don't we get that for sure? This is a maybe. And I think that's fine. Maybe we'll rescue our guy from the moon, just so we have him. Do we want to do that? Haul you into flight. You just want a certain speed, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna wait on that. Any kind of satellites until we get the next relay antenna. Need to perform a spacewalk in orbit. Oh yeah, that's the 2 rendezvous. Can ferry some tourists, fly by Minmus, orbit around Minmus. So you would need to be 2 different missions. Rescue some guys. Maybe we can even go to Duna. I don't think that's much harder, at least if we're sending like a probe or something, than sending something to Minmus. Yeah, why don't we do that? I will go ahead and build a vessel that will get us to Duna. Let's see. Electric charge. So you guys are basically the same. Where is your... what's it called? I guess you don't have... what's the thing I'm looking for? Reaction wheels. So you don't have any. I mean, that's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna build a little satellite probe that we can send to Duna, and I'll do that with a little time lapse. Okay, here's our little machine here. Inside the fairing we have the satellite. We just got 2 gas things here. And we got a thermometer, not thermostat, and the, whatever it's called, the atmospheric pressure barometer. And we went with this antenna, hoping we can get enough juice to Kerbal from Duna. If not, no big deal. We will at least escape the pull of Kerbal and orbit Luna. Is it Luna? What is it? Kerbal. I don't know where I got Luna from. Is Luna... Luna is not even a planet in Kerbal Space Program. Oh well, maybe that's a real place in our solar system. Maybe getting them confused. Anyways, we will go ahead and try to launch this. Little unstable, but that's not a big issue right now, hopefully. Smart ASS, we want open, and we will go ahead and point surface up. So we can go ahead and go full throttle and light all the engines, and we'll see how this goes. So yeah, it looks okay. We got the Reliance on the outer stage here. with the swivel in the middle. I just figured since we got the winglets here, we could get a little bit better fuel efficiency with the reliance instead of the swivel. And this will get us relatively high. We could probably throttle down a little bit. We don't need to be going that fast. But yeah, we'll go ahead and just see where this leads us. Get to make sure we line it up. We could probably start to do this. We'll turn off the smart. Let's get that back on. We'll turn that off. And we can start to tilt over. And let's make sure that we don't overshoot this one again. Because we did that last episode when we were getting to min-miss. We just overshot it big time. And this is a pretty terrible ascent as well. So I guess what we can do is go full throttle and just tilt all the way over right here. We'll go ahead and get rid of those. Hopefully we don't hit them and we're okay there. So this is still climbing. We'll just go ahead and do it there. And then we can go ahead and wait until, well, we're already there. So we can get rid of the fairing. That seemed really fast. We can go ahead and extend this antenna. And that should be okay. We should be able to orbit with the remaining fuel here and probably even more. But we will go ahead and speed this along a little bit. About a minute from the apoapsis. So let's just add a maneuver here and see how much it would take to get us into actual orbit. Is that... Still need a little more. So about 1300, we're a little short. And that'll be about a minute burn. So we can go ahead and burn now. Go ahead and do that. That'll be fine. We will need to stage in about 30 seconds. And we can finish the burn with this guy. He's got lots of fuel on him. So we'll be fine with that. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get ready to stage. So about 10 seconds left on this. So go ahead and stage and then go ahead and instantly light it. There we go. So that is still basically staying at 29 seconds. Now it's going up. But that's fine. We'll just go ahead and get into orbit here. And we are headed to Duna. Just so I don't forget myself. So yeah, we got about 13 minutes worth of burn time. Which is quite a bit. And I was not paying attention. We are already in orbit. So now, let's zoom out here. You know what I forgot to look at? To see if we're in the correct spot to get to Duna. I didn't even check. So let's go here. We're going to want to speed up. So we want to be exiting that direction. So we will probably burn right about here. And we'll just want to escape at this point. And that'll bring us just outside. Yeah, because you're not going to actually hit. Actually, we can do this. Set as target. And then we'll edit this node here. Yeah, I really totally forgot that transfer window is a thing. And I just went for it. So maybe we can get there, maybe we won't. Yeah, we're actually pretty far. So this was not the best time to leave. I mean, not a huge issue. Just means we'll have to wait. I think when we leave, it should be about here. Like the Kerbal will be here, Kerbin here, and then we want Duna like at 2 o'clock if I remember correctly. Let me look that up and then I'll be right back and we can kind of see what we should do in order to get to Duna. Alright, so I did a little bit of research and we want this angle here to be about 45 degrees. And that is not 45. I did another little bit of math, or not math, I used another calculator online. And it looks like the earliest departure is year 1, day 237, which is basically a year away. So I guess what we can do is just speed this up and maybe we wait until day 237. I mean, I guess that's fine. Go ahead and speed this up. That's going to take a little while. And Kerbal is actually moving faster than Duna, so we'll catch up to Duna. No problem. And yeah, so we're about 90 degrees now. A little less. So we can probably leave around now. I'm not really worried about it. So I think that's close enough. We'll go ahead and just kind of plan our maneuver node. Do we still have no probe control? Is that because... That's just because where you are on Kerbal. You have no connection with either the ground satellite or the other satellite. So now you are connected and you are being bounced off. So that's good. Is that right? Yeah. So that is nice. Let's go ahead and zoom out again. We'll take a look at you. You're still set as the target. And we want to leave pointing that direction. So we'll probably set a maneuver here. And that'll make us leave that. And we can probably adjust this a little bit. Let's shrink this. No, we want it this way. I think. Are we getting closer? Okay, that's just too much. I guess what we can do is leave here again, add maneuver. We'll get it close. And then from there, I mean, do we just readjust it again? Do we keep adjusting until we get it? Actually, that's looking more like what we want. Can actually probably wait a few more days. All right, why don't we wait until day 237, like it says, and that'll probably help us out a little better. So we're at day 183. So 208. Let's go see where we're at on the map. So you are there, and yeah, you're pretty close. So we just want 287. It seems like we're getting much closer. So why don't we try from here again? We'll see if we can actually hit it without using too much delta V. And you do not have a connection again, but that's okay. Which way are we going to be leaving? Straight up from here. So we'll set you right there, add a maneuver, but we can't yet because you have no connection. Well, you'll probably get it. There we go. Add maneuver. Add maneuver. There we go. You're getting a gravity assist for a second, but we don't need that. So you are pretty close. Do we want to go the other direction? There you go. So that will get us pretty close. We'll focus the view here at about 6 million meters. So right click on you and zoom out again and adjust this. So 6 million, 10 million. 3, 4. So about 3 is good there. Alright, so we'll get, from here we'll get about 3 million away. And our burn time is about 1:21. And we're about 4 minutes from our burn. So let's go ahead and go to Smart ASS. We will point at the node. Please tell me you have power. You do. That's one thing I'm always like afraid of, is just not having any power. So you are going to be able to just carry this whole thing to Duna. You may be even actually able to land, but we won't worry about that because you have no way of landing, and Duna has pretty big atmosphere. So let's go ahead and quick save here, and then we'll time warp to about, we'll say a minute, away from the node. And I guess from here, I can go ahead and start this burn. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start from here. And we will burn 1,000 meters per second. So we'll be fine. We won't have to stage at all. Let's see, are you going to lose a connection at all? No, you are headed towards the KSC and you'll be fine. So we can zoom out. And then this will keep expanding, heading in the right direction. About 500 meters per second to go. Thrust to weight ratio is increasing because we're getting rid of that fuel. So we'll just let this burn through. And yeah, that's doing all right. It's about 200 to go. And we'll just wait until we get an encounter. So it looks like we didn't quite get an encounter, but that's okay. We can wait until we are actually out of the sphere of influence from Kerbal and worry about that. Let's kill rotation. I guess I could have put some whatever it is, some reaction wheels, but it seems to be doing just fine. So yeah, we can leave that right there. We'll go ahead and quick save again. And what we want to do is just wait until we leave the sphere of influence of Kerbal. And how is our signal strength is 100, so that's perfect. You are directly to the KSC for now. I'm hoping you'll have good signal strength. No, and you have no signal strength from any other satellites. So you'll just have to bounce right off the KSC. That's okay. I'm not too worried about that. We can survive without it. As long as we have a connection when we get to Duna, when we have to do our burns and all of that. So from here, once we switch sphere of influences, we can do all the science we need. And actually, do we want to do some here before we actually switch? I think we're just about to. Oh, okay, we already switched, so that's fine. We'll go ahead and transfer that, and we'll log the temperature or the pressure data here. And that is increasing, so that's good. There we go. And we got this, world's first milestone. You are not coming back, so we're not going to worry about you. And from here, we can add a maneuver to try and get a little bit closer to Duna. And actually, there it is right there. So let's focus view here. And I think what we'll do is we'll just point at the node. We'll point prograde actually, just because that's going to be what we want. And we can just do that. Just a slight little burn to get us close here. And we should enter the sphere of influence any second. Or at least have an encounter. I don't want to go too fast just because, yeah, there we go. So we'll wait until you stop getting closer. 18, 17, 13, 12, 10, 8, 7, 8 again. So you'll be way down here. We can point normal. And while that's happening, we'll go ahead and turn the thrust limiter way down. And from here, we should be able to get closer. And this is actually where we want to come in. So that's actually nice. So this 8 million. Alright, that's good. That's getting us closer. 7, 6. So we'll just bring this in much closer. And I'm trying to think what a good altitude would be. We could do one side close, one side far. So maybe 100K or so. And that's actually coming in at an equatorial orbit. This will actually fly us past Ike. And then shoot us out again, maybe? So now we can point back to retrograde and try to bring it back under. Or do we want to come and see Ike? Nah, we won't worry about Ike yet. We can always transfer later or something like that. Although we do have lots of delta V. You know what? Let's do it like that. We'll go ahead and hit off. We'll make sure that a solar panel is facing the sun. It is, so we're fine there. We'll quick save. And we can hit the tilde key to send us right back to our vehicle. And we'll time warp. It's going to take us about 200 days or so, I think. 250 days to get to Duna. There's nothing else going on, so we can just go ahead and fast forward until we get there. We don't have to worry about the guy on the moon. The only issue is we have lost probe control. And is that because you can no longer reach? I think so. Nope, you can no longer reach. So I don't know when that happened. But I guess at some point this will enter the sphere of influence and it'll just shoot off into space or something. So we can kiss that guy goodbye. Can I? Yeah, it's fully upgraded, so I can't really do anything about that. That's all right. We have $521, or 521,000. We can upgrade this. I think we'll do that. Yeah, we have 70,000 remaining, and we can start to get some better communications. So we got this guy, Communitron there, a couple other things, and some better solar panels. We can get a research lab going, or a mobile processing lab. Get a couple of these things. Probably don't need that yet, or that, or that. That would be nice, I guess, later. When we start to get into space stations, this one will be nice. We got this in here. And we got some bigger rockets. So we got some things to mess with. We're definitely going to want this, because we want better satellites in orbit of Kerbal. That's actually, what is it, 2 Gs. So that's pretty good. Actually, what is like the max we can get? Remote guidance unit, mech jab. Where is the good satellite? Right here. 100 Gs. So that's still not as good as the ground center, but I mean, that should get us everywhere we need to be. Wait, what was this? Mechanical jab pod version? That's expensive. I didn't realize there was money associated with those things. Or maybe that part is that much. So yeah, we will research that for sure. That would be nice. What is this? Is there any more science stuff we can unlock? Is there science here? Decoupler. No, there was no science there. So there's science here. There's science here. That's 300 science points. I mean, that's not terrible. We can get it back pretty quickly. That's an even better relay antenna. Alright, I think we'll call it good here. I mean, we didn't do too much. We got something on track to meeting up with Duna, but we'll never know because we have no connection. So yeah, you do have a direct like view, but you are just too far away. So kind of sucks for you, but nothing we can do about that right now. You just needed a bigger satellite dish on the vessel. But yeah, that's going to do it for today. If you liked the episode and want to see more, be sure to hit the like button. If you don't want to miss future episodes, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And thank you for joining me. I will see you guys next time.